Hello, YouTube. How y'all doing today? I am Queen Lillie. Welcome to my live. This is Life Under Trump, Part 100. Yes, Life Under Trump, Part 100. Y'all, it's a lot going on from Trump turning on Marco Rubio. I told y'all that would happen. When Trump says something, y'all believe it. Although he'll go back and lie that he didn't say it or he didn't sign it. This man is a delusional man. He's Delulu. Elon Musk, he's having trouble in paradise with his family. His daughter, his trans daughter, is telling the truth about him. She putting her father on blast. America. And what do we have to look forward to, America? What do we have to look forward to? We have an unelected president. And we have also someone that y'all voted for in the White House that no one is taking seriously, but we need to. Even though we may not like this man, we got to take him seriously because it's so much going on in this world. We cannot afford to fall short. Hold on, I'm going to turn my do not disturb sign on, y'all. Hold on. I had to turn my do not disturb sign on. Hello there, Caleb. How you doing? Yes, you are first, baby. This is Life Under Trump, Part 100. We have a lot to discuss from Elon Musk's daughter, his trans daughter, being highly disappointed in him. Yes, this is Life Under Trump, Part 100. We're going to be talking about the delulus of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, jdvance, and then how Marco Rubio is being thrown under the bus by who? Donald Trump. Hello, how you doing, Cap Cut Shorts? How you doing? Thank you for coming to my live. Thank each and every last one of you for coming to my live. Nothing today is shocking me with what is happening in America, because we have to know, if you see how a clown acts before you actually allow him to join the circus, what do you expect is going to happen when he actually is over the circus? So we're going to go ahead and get started. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Also, if you would like for me to read your comments, send me a super chat, okay? Also, if you want to, be feeling jolly and you want to send me a donation, my Venmo is in my description, and my PayPal link is in my description. One moment. Just a moment, please. And let's set some ground rules. Let's be kind to one another in my chat. Kindness goes a long way. It's great to voice your opinion, but it's not great to abuse one another, okay? So let's be kind. Let's show the love of God. We can have a little fun, kick it, and say silly things, but we cannot abuse each other, nor abuse me, the host, in my chat. I love y'all, and we're going to have a good time. Again, we're talking about Elon Musk, Donald Trump, jdvance, and a little Marco Rubio, because a little Cuban boy, where Donald Trump likes to insult him and call him because he's a person of color, and he don't even realize he's a person of color. He probably put Caucasian and white on his voters thing, but you're Cuban, Marco Rubio. Donald Trump is setting a trap for Marco Rubio. He said that he's going to blame Marco Rubio, and what is Donald Trump doing? He is blaming Marco Rubio for his mistakes of sending the immigrants to El Salvador. As the judge told Donald Trump to turn that plane around with them on it, the immigrants, they were not even illegal immigrants. Donald Trump labeled them, because they're brown people, as thugs and gang members. I told y'all that was never true. They were not gang members at all. But he decided to label them that because they are brown people, such as they have done for many years to black people. Label black people as gang members, thugs. But we have a thug in the White House. Yes, a thug. Donald Trump has 34 felonies. So when he calling people criminals, he need to look in that mirror and judge himself. Judge not and won't be judged. But Donald Trump is being judged because he's the biggest criminal in the United States of America. This man has 34 felonies. I dare you call anyone a thug, a criminal. He loves to let that word come out of his mouth, criminal. You are the biggest criminal in America. I have never known a black man that has 34 felonies, but there sure is a Donald Trump in the White House with 34 felonies. Yes, God. Just a moment. One moment. I'm going to show y'all something. This is humorous. Look carefully now so you don't miss out. Look very carefully. Thugs in the White House. Thugs, criminals. That's what we have in the White House. Putin comes and visits sometime to chat with Donnie so he can manipulate him more. So Putin is not in the White House, but hold on, y'all. I got to turn my air conditioner on. It's very hot in here. It's warm outside. And the back of my neck is sweating. Okay, I am back. I'm back, y'all. My hair is long, so my back is sweating. So I had to turn the air conditioner on. I can't be in here hot around y'all. Y'all don't want to see me out hot and sweaty. I know you don't. Show me some love. Hit them likes. Give me them likes. Come on. Mike Hawks, Wolin. That ain't what your daddy told me. I could have been your mama. How about that? Because you know y'all love some black women. Be sitting there fronting. But as soon as you see a black woman, you turn and looking. And when your wife look at you, act like you looking at something else. Don't come here playing. Go on before I embarrass you. Just a moment.
Trumpy Dumpty wanted a title. Trumpy Dumpty wanted a title. To him, an imperious handle was vital. Dumpty the Bold or Dumpty the Great, a moniker lending his legacy weight. He tortured his brain for a suitable label. Dumpty the Genius or Dumpty the Stable. Dumpty the Wise or perhaps Sublime. Not Dumpty the Orange. It's too hard to rhyme. While urgent emergencies went unaddressed, an appropriate nickname had Dumpty obsessed. But given what's past and what's yet to befall him, history will shortly decide what to call him. A POTUS whose pants are routinely on fire would be Dumpty the Huckster or Dumpty the Liar. With his bullshit throughout our pandemic attack, an apt nom de guerre would be Dumpty the Quack. With electoral help he's received from afar, there's Dumpty the Russian or Dumpty the Tsar. Racial intolerance? Open the spigot for the odious record of Dumpty the Bigot. Daddy's podiatrist helped him defer, hence Dumpty the Bone and Dumpty the Spur. Take his prurient past and, for accuracy's sake, call him Dumpty the Lecher or Dumpty the Rake. The scandals and crimes that have always erupted make him Dumpty the Venal, malign, or corrupted. Compared to the others, going back to the first, whatever you name him, he's Dumpty the worst. What title can conjure this ludicrous gent? A POTUS who hastened a nation's descent. At the end of this age of profound discontent, I'll settle for Dumpty, the ex-president.
Please let it be ex-president really soon. Because at this point, we all want Donald Trump to go bye-bye. Goodbye, Donnie. No one wants you. No one. So let's move along. We're going to talk about a little Elon Musty. How about that?
First y'all made Elon cry, now y'all making him beg. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. This man is literally begging Tesla staff to hold on to their shares. He's
Hello,
begging,
LaSwan.
he's
Hey,
pleading
King.
with them. Okay? Please hold on to your shares. And remember, I put 3 fingers up. 4 top business executives for the company sold over $100 million worth of shares in early February. Remember, this man has lost over $200 billion from his net worth. He is begging them. An article just broke news that he is begging Tesla employees and Tesla staff to hold on to their shares. And I don't know how well that's going to do for him, considering Tesla's Cybertruck just got hit with its 8th recall. 8th recall over safety regulations. Like, apparently, the outer external panel, you can literally peel. It is peeling off, especially for parts of the windshield. It literally is peeling off. And you could peel it off yourself if it doesn't do it on its own. And now y'all got him begging. And you know me, I tell you guys to go and fact check. Go on MSN.com right now. The title of the article is "Musk Pleads with Tesla Staff Not to Sell Shares After Trump Backlash." It's honestly too fucking late. It's too late. Not only did you attach yourself to Donald Trump, but when you did attach yourself to Donald Trump, you got cocky. You got arrogant. You started telling other government officials and other politicians in other countries to shut up. You was using your platform X as a means to I don't know. And I don't know. To be honest, you enraged the people, but you were using that platform as if I have this big billboard and I can basically say whatever the fuck I want to say. Now you've lost public interest. People don't care about you. Anybody who was siding with you before as a business person loathes you now. They all hate you. And then all of the people that invested their money in you, because let's be honest, most of them not going to give a fuck about you unless you're taking money out of their pockets. Now that's what you're doing because you've decided to attach yourself to that man, get into politics, something that you should have never did, ruin not only your reputation, but because you ruined your reputation, you ruined the reputation of the business. And now all those investors are looking at you crazy because you losing their fucking money. Congratulations. But now that you have made this man
Elon Musk, you're done. You're done. You're toasted. You roasted. And you smell because you've been on a dunny so long. You're done. Poof. Be gone. No one likes you, nor do they like Dunny. Elon's daughter, Vivian Gina Wilson, Musk's estranged daughter, is Teen Vogue's cover. Her interview is gold. So I'm going to show you this. This is his, she was, she's trans. It was his son. She is now a female. Vivian is a trans person. One moment. This is Vivian, Elon's trans daughter that he disapproves of. Vivian Wilson is Elon Musk's 20-year-old transgender daughter who has been an outspoken critic of her dad ever since he bullied her as a child for being queer. Her recent interview doesn't hold back. Vivian said, "He's a pathetic man-child. Why I feel scared of him? Oh, he has so much power. No. I don't give a F-U-C-K. Why should I be scared of this man? Because he's rich?" said Vivian Wilson. That is Elon's daughter. His daughter that he disapproves of. His daughter is his child. He should love her regardless what she was born as. She is now a beautiful woman. We're going to pivot over to some of these Tesla things going on, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to show you this, then I'm going to show you a video. This is a Mexican artist. He crashes his own Tesla. Hold on. No one cares about Tesla anymore. Look what he does to his Tesla. Elon is so hated by the American people that they are willing to destroy their own Teslas. No one likes Elon Musk. Elon Musk must go. He must get out of our country soon. It has gotten so bad, people would destroy their own cars. No one wants a Tesla.
You know, smashing up Teslas. Tesla is a peaceful company. We've never done anything harmful. I've never done anything harmful. I've only done productive things.
Elon Musk is just about crying there, but he doth protest too much. He's done a lot of harm, supporting Austrian mustache guy lovers from around the world, trying to destroy this democracy, trying to make it hard for people to get their Social Security, money that they paid into and want to get back when they get old. He's trying to make it hard for them to do that. That's a lot of harm. For me, the question to ask is, when someone is bad, does evil things like Musk, how hard do you work to stop them? When do you cross the line? Is destroying Tesla cars crossing that line? That's a serious question. And to answer that question, I'm going to tell a story about my dad, who actually did try to destroy a car once. It was in Milwaukee at the Jewish Center. My dad, Holocaust survivor, lost his entire family in the war, carpenter with some serious muscles on him, came upon a Mercedes in the Jewish Center parking lot. My dad hated all things German. Really did. And when he came upon that German car in a Jewish place, that was just too much for him. He walked up to that car and started to pound on the driver's side door. Boom, boom, boom. Nowadays, you could dent a car door like that easily, especially my dad. But back then, 1968, they made those Mercedes solidly. My dad couldn't dent the door, and that made him even madder. He started to pound even faster and harder. Boom, 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 boom. And then out of the corner of my eye, I saw someone coming out of the Jewish Center. I said, "Dad, you need to stop." My dad stopped, but he didn't move. He stood in front of the car, and wouldn't you know it, the guy coming out of the center, that was the owner of the car. He came up to us and said to my dad, "Is there anything wrong?" I didn't know what was going to happen next. I'd seen my dad slug people in public before, but that's not what happened. He had this funny little grin on his face, and he said, "No, there's nothing wrong. And you know, these Germans, they make damn good cars." And then he looked at me and said, "Stule," that was my family nickname. "Dav guy, we need to go." And we walked into the center. I knew why my dad was doing what he was doing. Did I try to stop him? No, I just stood and watched. And with regard to these people doing these things to these Teslas, would I encourage people to do what they're doing? Hell no. But if I saw someone do it, you know, I know what I do. Turn my head, walk away.
Yep. Turn your head and walk away. I'm not going to do any damage to anybody's Tesla. But if somebody does, it's none of my business. It's not my hands doing it. It's not like when Donnie sent those little Mexican children away and they can't find them, blood on his hands. It's not my hands doing the damage to the Teslas. I didn't see anything. One moment, please. Just a moment. So we're going to pivot over into...
All right. Something is definitely happening, and you need to be prepared in advance before things get out of hand. As of January 2025, 222 CEOs in the United States have resigned from their role. And in 3 weeks, over $5 trillion was wiped out of the stock market, and it's not even over yet. But here's what's interesting. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors of our time, is currently sitting on $344 billion after selling some of his stocks. And as of December 2024, the Walton family has raised over $1.17 billion in cash from Walmart shares. And Jeff Bezos, so far, has sold over $8 billion.
Hit the like button, please.
Now, here's what I need you to understand. Billionaires often make this type of move when they detect uncertainty and corrections in the market, which basically puts them at an advantage to seize these opportunities when stocks go on discount. Now, from all indications, there's a high possibility that we are about to go into a recession, all right, due to the trade war between the United States, China, New Mexico, and Canada. And the people who are going to be impacted the most with the possibility of this recession are people who are not prepared in advance. What do I mean by that? If you're not protecting your investments right now, your retirement funds, your portfolio, rebalancing things, you're going to be impacted. Number two, if you don't have enough cash reserve on hand to be able to buy stocks, crypto, real estate, when all these prices potentially start coming down, you're going to miss one of the biggest opportunities in your lifetime to create significant wealth. Once again, wealthy people are definitely prepared for the possibility of what's coming. But the question is, are you prepared?
Are you prepared? Inquiring minds want to know, are you all prepared for what's coming? A recession, I think we're already in it. That's just my opinion. We're already in it. Trust me, we are. Sad, but it's true. Make it do what it do. And while we are in a recession, this is what these fools are out here doing. Look at these fools. Couldn't dance if you paid them. No rhythm. Just male. Just male. No seasoning. Not any. Look like two fools. Elon Musk attacks his own daughter. I showed y'all that. Sad, but it's true. Meals on Wheels canceled. Let me show you, then I'm going to read the rest of it, okay? One year cost to taxpayers is $3 million for Meals on Wheels, which has been canceled by Donald Trump. That is to help the needy, the elderly, and even the babies and stuff like that. Families, Meals on Wheels. You can tell a lot about a character of a nation based on how they treat the elderly, poor, veterans, and disabled. So, y'all canceled, Republicans, MAGA. You canceled Meals on Wheels, but you spent the taxpayers' money per trip for Donald Trump to go play golf at his own golf course. Mar-a-Lago golfing. Yes, you spent per trip $3 million approved for Donald Trump to go play golf, and he gets $3 million per trip. And on a yearly cost for Meals on Wheels is $3 million. Donald Trump has went to play golf so many times, he done went over, way over 30 grand. 30 million. I'm sorry. I apologize. Way over 30 million. When it only costs a year $3 million to feed the people from Meals on Wheels. Y'all don't care about the poor. You don't care about the veterans, the disabled. F everybody. Let's pay for Donald Trump with our taxpayer dollars. Go play golf when he wants to. And he ain't taking anything serious. Destroying lives daily in this country. Speak, Lord. Speak to me.
What I don't get about this new class of billionaires that we have is they have enough money to where they could get rid of so much human suffering in the world or in America. They could get rid of homelessness or give us all universal health care, fix the environment. And every single day, these billionaires choose not to. They literally make a choice every single day not to make the world a better place and to just canoodle and weasel their way to make more money and get more power. I don't even understand it. Like, look at Elon Musk. He isn't just messing with our government. He's messing with Germany's government. He's messing with England's government. This is James Bond villain stuff. It's like, bro, you made it. You're richer than God. Go live on a beach. Drink a pina colada. Learn how to play the ukulele. Fall in love. Do something human. right? You got enough money for your children's children to spend. They won't even be able to spend it all generationally. And yet they are just trying to make more and more money. And it's dangerous for society. In our capitalistic society, they're like literal gods that can do anything. It's too much power. I think that much money messes up your brain. We need a maximum wage in this country, whether it's 10 million or 20 million or 5 million. I don't know. I don't have a frame of reference when we're talking millions, but these people do not need this much money. It's bad for society. It's chaotic for all of us peasants that are just trying to get by, when life could be so much better if we just took a certain amount of money that these billionaires made and put it right back in the kitty and like build up our highways and give us all free internet. I mean, there's so much that we could do for society that we don't, because what? We want Joe Blow billionaire to have enough money to where he can build his own rocket ship to Mars? How does that help society at all?
He's right, because America has given billions of dollars to SpaceX for Elon. And every day his companies are losing money. He's gotten rich off the American taxpayers. And when he wanted to purchase Twitter, he tried to back out of it because he didn't have all the money to. Then he decided to take loans out against Tesla. And now Tesla's stock is sinking into the ground. He's losing money. He has lost where it's negative 48%, probably higher by now, since that analysis. And I can't wait till you lose more, Elon. That will be the highlight of my life. No, what would be the highlight of my life when Donald Trump is impeached and kicked out the White House, and Elon is gone, sent somewhere because they don't want him back in South Africa. The blacks don't want him, and I don't blame them, honey. Africa belongs to the blacks. Yes, the motherland. Okay, shall I resume?
This man done removed the anti-segregation clause. This man done removed the anti-segregation clause for contractors in all civil federal agencies. Hey y'all, what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm finna go off. Donald Trump, I hate to break it to you, but you simply cannot force hatred to become the new standard of living. Too many people have become global citizens in this day and age because of apps like TikTok. And while Black Americans have always had double consciousness, white, brown, native, and more Asians are now peeking from behind the veil. And there are far more of us than there are of you, and we see you, baby. We even got middle-aged white men causing scenes in establishments off general principle. The singers are protesting. Climate change activists are shutting down billionaires' meetings. The hippies and the college students are all outside at the same time. It is too late. Like they say in church, the devil should have got me a long time ago, and y'all should have done this when you had Reagan, Hell Clinton, baby Bush even. Because now, racism, sexism, homophobia, and now freshly and newly classism has claimed too many new victims that thought they would never see the light of day when they would actually begin to sense what oppression feels like. Your own constituents are going turncoat because now they see the consequences of stepping on other people's rights. Before, they may have seen civil and human rights as a casualty of war in the fight to maintain a firm grip of their own privilege. But now, it's cost them something. Their eggs, their gas, imported goods, the cost to do business, a potential recession on the horizon, their federal job in the name of Nixon DEI. But the reality is it's always cost them something. Just before, it only cost them their humanity. And up until now, they've been okay with that. But baby, humanity is making a comeback. Oh, but ICE is still doing raids. And American citizens are in their neighborhoods with megaphones, making sure their immigrant neighbors know their rights and do not open their doors. But Elon Musk and JDVance are still trying to strip Social Security. And more elected officials are getting red in the face and breaking decorum behind that shit. But they are attacking drag queens who read children's books in Texas and queer books in libraries in Tennessee. And cis-het white women are taking the stage in front of boards to be the first to tell them how they've been sexually assaulted in the church house various times, but never felt safer at a drag show. So many more people around the world are gaining access to rage. And sadly, that's likely only because the hoarding wealth has made so many more people feel like minorities. Yet, and still that means the rage rate that you're using is having the opposite effect. But they just fired the CEO of Ben & Jerry's. Now that was wild. And he's signing an order to shut down the Department of Education today. Even more wild. And I won't say I told you so, but... which is why I'm challenging more and more of you to get up off your asses and do something. And before I say exactly what, let me be clear. White people, you do the thing. We're not putting our bodies on the line for you anymore. We're doing our due diligence in the booth and on the boycott, but you all need to be getting in the streets. Now, Donald Trump's executive orders have a track record of proven unconstitutionality. And like the reveal of the anti-segregation clause, he's not following the proper steps of checks and balances. And because the Republicans have the majority in the House and the Senate, they are letting him. Unfortunately, right now, we are losing the Senate with 45 to 53. There are 2 independents. And the House with 218 and 215. However, on April 1st, we could take back the House, or at least tie it up. There are 2 special elections in the 1st and 6th districts of Florida happening on April 1st. That means if you're anywhere south of St. Augustine to South Daytona, or inland southwest to the outskirts of Ocala, Leesburg, Sanford, or live in the city of Daytona Beach proper, or have the zip code of 32114, you can replace Michael Waltz with a Democrat. Or if you're in the state's western panhandle in Escambia, Okaloosa, Santa Rosa, or parts of Walton County, if you're in Pensacola, or your zip code is 32570, you can replace Matt Gaetz with a Democrat or even an independent. So if you have a voting organization, a church group, or know some well-meaning white people with a book club, y'all need to be riding dirty in the streets of Pensacola and Daytona and telling them people not to vote Republican by any means necessary. Yell out of your car with the megaphone. Skate down the sidewalk with signs on your back. Run ads if you have to. Matter of fact, don't run no ads. Traditional political ads are shitty and unconvincing. And all eyes on Texas's 18th district as well, because we just lost Congressman Sylvester Turner, who was a Democrat, on the night of the joint address. There are some promising Democratic candidates already lined up to take his place, but I wouldn't put nothing past a Republican in Texas to try to swoop in. So the voters in that district need to protect that seat with their life, okay? Now, granted, this initial action on segregation is only supposed to apply to federal contractors, but put a whites-only sign outside your establishment if you want to. I double dog dare you. Put a 4 colors only sign outside a raggedy bathroom if you want to, because if the YNs come for you, you can't be helped. Besides, Black Americans spend $1.3 trillion a year, and I'd hate it for you if we knew exactly where not to spend it.
The lions ain't in their face. What was meant to hurt black and brown people, huh? That segregation gonna work in our favor. Go ahead, do it, baby, do it, do it, do it, do it. Delusional. Y'all, go ahead and do what you gotta do, because we ain't afraid, honey. We ain't afraid.
What is the worst news you could possibly give Elon Musk this morning? Might be that every single Cybertruck recalled by who? By a federal agency, the National Highway Truck and Safety Administration. Now, you can say, meh, that's not a big deal. Or you can realize what's happening here. Getting drilled by its competition, caught in the midst of a political feud, stock slipping, and now nationwide recall.
Nationwide is on your side. His stuff is being recalled. Those Cybertrucks, horrible. I'd always thought they was ugly. Just ugly. Ugly like Elon. And this creature right here, y'all. This right here. Why? Why?
Tariffs are a tax hike on foreign countries that again have been ripping us off. Tariffs are a tax cut for the American people.
Hi,
Liar.
ChatGPT. Who pays for tariffs?
Hi. When a country imposes tariffs on imported goods, the importers, often businesses, pay the tariff to the government. However, these businesses might raise their prices to cover the additional cost, which means consumers end up paying more for those goods. So in the end, it's typically the consumers who bear the cost of tariffs.
But you can't tell MAGA that, because they believe everything Donnie said. He said those tariffs up so beautiful. Oh, April the 1st, it's going to be beautiful. April 1st is April Fool's Day. And I'm going to let y'all know God is finna show Donald Trump who's the fool. He an old fool. Yeah, old fool.
Getting cars based on their sound.
Oh, wow. Audi. Ooh. BMW. Ooh, my goodness. Volkswagen. Yep. Tesla. He got it.
I love that, because I've been telling y'all Tesla is a piece of trash, and he got it. Yeah, he got it. He guessed it right. Tesla is a trash can. Yeah.
They're setting fire to various Tesla charging stations near Boston. Shots were fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon. Various nonviolent...
Shots fired, not a metaphor.
And you know what that means? Because black people is the ones that start that slogan, and there he go, a white man stealing from the black community. He said shots fired. That means he's going to war with y'all about his Teslas. So I'm going to play it again so you can understand what's going on. Why it's being said.
They're setting fire to various Tesla charging stations near Boston. Shots were fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon. Various nonviolent.
Shots fired, not a metaphor.
And he mean literally. When he says not a metaphor, oh, Elon mean literally. Shots are fired. Y'all want to come for my vehicles, my business? Shots fired. Well, Elon, we all said shots fired because no one's afraid of you, a white South African. And you mad because you can't tell black people to go back to Africa. How the American white people love to tell black people, go back to Africa. Honey, we ain't never been to Africa, most of us, so we can't go back to Africa. And some of us were here before you got here, pale faces. Okay. Donnie getting his ass whipped, literally. I want to see that again. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's a piñata. They celebrating. That's a patriot. You know how the J6 was patriots? That's being a patriot. I was being sarcastic, Donnie, like you said you being sarcastic. That is a patriot. When they have to decorate Elon Musk Teslas, they are being true patriots. They're showing how much they're celebrating Tesla. They're showing how much they're celebrating Donald Trump. This I must celebrate too. This is celebrating Donald Trump. They are so patriots. This is a patriotic thing to do. Remember the J6ers? When they were beating up the officers on the 21st of January, 2021, remember you said they're patriots? They're showing Donald Trump patriotism. This is the best thing that can ever happen in America. The patriots are doing such an amazing job.
You're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now?
He looks so much better after they fixed that wig piece. They are true patriots. You couldn't get it any better, Donnie. They are patriots of this country, showing their support to you fixing your hair and your orange makeup. All right.
To the Pettysburg Address, 7 L's ago. You finally released that executive order about dismantling the Department of Education that you've been teasing for like 4 weeks and had to rewrite 1,000 times. It doesn't actually say anything. In fact, it actually says that you are going to continue to provide essential services. And then your poor little press secretary had to go out into the White House lawn and say with her mouth that you know that you can't do that. Because the only thing that you're king of is a golden toilet. Meanwhile, Elon Musk had to declare an emergency all-hands that he was live-streaming on Twitter for Tesla employees, which he's never done before. In it, he tried to boost employee morale by citing sales quotes from last year and begging everyone not to sell their stock. You know who else did that? Enron. And while he was on stage fighting for his life, Canadians slashed the tires of 80 Teslas in Ontario. Oh, and your showrooms are starting to close. Oh, and he got a summons from the SEC. Oh, and literally every single Cybertruck got recalled. Oh, and the trade-ins for Teslas have hit records. You tried to erase the existence of anyone on the Pentagon website who served in the military and wasn't a white man. We did not like this. Not only did you put them back, you had to quietly reassign the Pentagon spokesperson who did it. Why would you do that, man? Bring him on out. We just want to talk. Anytime you start tweeting about how we need to impeach federal judges, I know you've lost some kind of court case. And look at that! You lost a court case! You demanded that New York end its congestion pricing. You gave them till today to do so. And the governor has just been flatly ignoring you because no one cares what you think. And you completely caved. Also, the DOJ is starting to bleed attorneys, and industries are starting to form new unions. Doge had to delete over 100 government leases it said it canceled on its website because they couldn't figure out how to actually cancel them. Good job. And the National Park Service is rehiring all 1,000 of the probationary employees that you fired. We released thousands of pages of JFK's documents, and the only new information contained within any of it was a bunch of people's social security numbers that you're now having to clean up. I couldn't be this incompetent if you paid me money. It's okay, babe. Maybe this is the weekend the ghost of your daddy comes back from the grave and tells you he loves you.
All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. A town hall meeting with a Republican.
And I am more scared today than I've ever been.
Republicans speaking out against Trump.
And I don't care if you're a Trump supporter or not, the man has divided us. And he's taken someone like you that I've looked up to all my life. They don't speak for us.
I'm going to play that again because she needs to be heard. One moment, please.
I'm 70. And I am more scared today than I've ever been.
Hello, Queen Victoria's one.
If you're a Trump supporter or not, the man has divided us. And he's taken someone like you that I've looked up to all my life. They don't speak for us.
He doesn't speak for the American people. Donald Trump speaks from his bank account, honey. When he got them bank loans, fraud. Part of the 34 felonies. He speaks from his bank account. That's what he speaks from. He speaks from Elon Musk's butthole.
Do you see what I see?
He literally tweeted to the members of
the
Congress
oldest profession
that
on
you don't have to touch me.
is not.
He literally tweeted to these members, "Thank you for doing."
She says you don't have to touch me, and his response
See,
is,
Republican white men don't get it.
As if how you touched her even mattered. So because you touched her nicely to make your point, that makes it okay.
White
so your
America.
offense is somehow less of an offense because you, in your mind, thought it was done nicely. I think we may have a different interpretation of what nice is, because you touching her to make sure that you make your point isn't nice. It's nasty. But Angela knew what time it was, and she let him know what time it was.
I don't want you to touch me. That's my personal space.
I won't ever do it again.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen this before.
He became
this
the
is moment
victim.
where instead of apologizing or taking accountability, he plays the dismissive victim part. I will never do that again, as if that was ever an option. You know, it reminds me of the many times that non-black people ask black women if that's their real hair, or to put their fingers to their hair and then want to play the victim.
Y'all do it all the
Like
time,
they're
white
offended
people.
when a black woman goes off on them. Or in a story I heard where a white coworker used the N-word in a story they were telling to a black person, only to not be reprimanded, and somehow played the victim because the black person got upset. Because they weren't calling the black person the N-word, they were just using it in a story. Or the many times when non-black people just cannot seem to pronounce your name right after you tell them 100 different times. But then when you go off on them, somehow they're the victim. Somehow they're now offended. Let's be clear what this is. This non-apologetic and dismissive response is what happens when white privilege meets black power. Angela Rye, happy Women's History Month.
I'm going to tell you what happened. He saw that natural, beautiful black woman with all that long, luscious hair. That's all her hair. All of her hair down her back. He saw that beautiful black woman sitting there. He had to touch her because back in the slave times, the white man would just go up and take it from a black woman. But we're not living in them times anymore. Don't put your effing hand on me. And that black woman right here, Angela, she wasn't having it. No. You don't own me, ninja. Because anybody can be a ninja. Yeah, sure can. Put your hands on her like you own her. You better go talk to God or lay out on that floor when she get through with you. She gonna stump you with those red bottoms. Those are bloody shoes. Yeah, whip his ass, Angela. He ain't got no right to put his hand on you. We are not y'all slaves. Not at all. One moment, please. So these are the 10 Democrats just voted to censor Congressman Al Green for standing up to Trump. These are the people we got to vote out. We got to vote these people out. And what did I tell y'all? Do not trust them. Al Green is a black man. He did exactly what another congressperson did. Another senator did. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Well, Al Green, he was a little bit more pleasant with his. And he was punished because he is a black man. But these 10 Democrats turned on their own union. The black man, Al Green, is a Democrat like them. Remember these names, screenshot it, vote them out. Replace them with another Democrat. They must go. Hell no, you must go. Donald Trump, Elon, and all you Republicans. Okay, here are the Democrat senators who caved to Donald Trump in the GOP. These Democrats just sold out their Senate colleagues and every Democrat in the U.S. House that opposed the GOP spending bill, which gives the Trump administration tremendous spending power. Remember these faces and names and vote them the fuck out. Look carefully, remember their names. They must be eliminated from Congress. When it's their turn for election, vote them out. How come it's always the white people turning on each other and turning on the black people the most? How come? When we always fighting to have your back. But right now we're sitting resting because our ancestors told us don't get out there and march with them. Baby, they only going to make you a target to the popo. We're not getting out there marching with you. No. One moment, please. Hold on just a little while longer. So we're going to head up out of here with some humor right quick, okay? Just a little humor, okay? Hold on. Okay, give it a moment. We're going to play that again, okay? And we're going to be getting up out of here. It's the weekend. I want to thank each and every last one of y'all for coming to my castle so we can bash Donald Trump and Elon Musk while I give you the news, give you humor and some sarcasm and honesty on the top. So I want y'all to enjoy your weekend. God loves you. I love you. Hit that like button before you head up out of here. And you still have time to send me a super chat, a super sticker. And those of you watching on replay, you can send me a thank you. Thank every last one of y'all. I want to thank my moderators. May God continue to bless every last one of you. Hit that like button. I love you. God bless. Bye.